Hi, everybody. It is November 23rd, Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Yeah, as usual, I'm just going to kind of give you my perspective. Um, the biggest topic still is, and, and nothing's changed as far as me having to speak in code or something. I have to be careful what I talk about and what I say. But I'm going to try to be as straightforward as possible. Anyway, the biggest topic still is the election fraud. So, um, we all know it happened on a monumental scale, and there's no way that Mr. B would have won the election, and of course it was a landslide to Mr. T. So we've been kind of learning as we go along that Mr. T and his team are onto it. They're aware of all these problems, and in a sense, that's their mission is to fix it. And I've kind of always kind of known that. And me, and if you've listened to my past videos at all, you kind of know that I got sort of kind of triggered or basically activated, I guess, in some ways, at the beginning of this year. Of I have to, somehow be a part of this movement, and now ultimately, what I've been shown and told, let's say telepathically or through dreams or something, that kind of how this is going to play out. It's not exactly how this is going to play out because it's being written as we go. So I kind of, in a sense, know the outcome, but I don't know exactly how we're going to get there. So going back to what I talked about earlier is Mr. T and his team, they, as well as hundreds of thousands of people there that are trying to fix this situation that we're in. And what it is, and I know I've touched on it before, but whether we realize it or not, we're living kind of like on a slave planet. We're being played and used and manipulated. And the people and the creatures, I'll just come right outright and say it, we're being influenced through off-planet entities on both sides, to be honest. But anyway, these people that are doing this to us, or it's not about us being victims either. We're here to learn and experience things. That's kind of what we do. I can't expand on that too much right now. For future videos, for sure, I'm going to get totally into it because what I've been shown is really fantastic stuff. So, and we're heading in that direction. We're heading in the direction of great change, and that's why I'm enthusiastic about this. And I'm just waking up to my role. And like I said, I'm here just to try to assist and basically show people some good options. Let me put it that way. Like it's people's free will still. We live in a free will matrix, and we're all making decisions. And like I've told you guys before, all of our decisions affect each other. So we better be positive about them because if our negative choices are affecting each other, which they are constantly, and also positive ones. So it's almost like this constant battle all the time. Like, hey, this is a good idea. Well, here's a bad idea. Well, I'm going to do my good idea. I'm going to do my bad idea. They sort of cancel each other out. Now, if we all thought, hey, let's do something positive, you can just imagine how many good things we can accomplish. Anyway, so what I was going to basically talk about was going forward with this breaking out of this prison system. It's going to get a lot better, but we have to go through a lot of changes and mostly just breaking down this old system so we can be free. But free to do what exactly? Well, we're here to still learn. We're still learning, but in a sense, once this is finished, it's almost like we're on a new path of learning how to fix things and how to make things work better and right. But we're still going to be affected. This is still an ongoing story. They're still going to be affected by off-planet entities. I'll just keep using that as a reference. And there's a lot of different agendas going on out there. So we're going to be going through some really interesting experiences in the next, let's say, at least 10 years. Some major changes. And starting with, obviously, breaking down that old system, which we're going through right now. So as far as this, going back to my original topic, is going back to this election problem, is the way things are set up down here is we have to go through like legal systems and things like that. So this will be taken to whatever it takes to go to the Supreme Court or something. And they'll finally recognize it, that obviously, yeah, there was voter fraud, and it's either we're going to do a do-over or it's going to cancel out. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not privy to that information as far as how this is going to play out. I've kind of got some glimmers, and I can't really tell you because they'll take this video down. But I have a feeling I know how this might play out, and it's going to be probably kind of shocking. So I'm not too worried because I know that Mr. T is going to get back in the White House, and his second term is where we're going to really do some really awesome changes, but also some really radical things. So another topic I was going to bring up to you guys is we're changing realities. And I could use an analogy that's really close to what I'm talking about. Is well, it's like a simple example is, let's say you live in Florida or something, and you go visit your friends up in Michigan for Christmas. Now, it's literally like you have to get used to a whole new reality. It's like it's cold, it's snowy there. It's a kind of a different mindset. The buildings look different. Everything. It's like a whole new reality. And and if you stay there long enough, you adapt to that reality. It's like, oh, okay, well, winter's here, and we got to shovel the sidewalks and driveway and all that. And then when you go back to where you're from, let's say Florida, it's like, well, now there's no more snow. It's warmer. It's a different mood. That type of thing. So it's almost like there's these two realities. They're existing at the same time, but it depends on where you're at. What we're going to go through, and this is on a planet scale, is we're changing realities. We're changing. So we have to adapt, which we will. And, basically, I think that's the plan. It's inevitable, is what it boils down to. So, it's like children having to grow up. It's like let's say we're just getting into our teenage years. That's a pretty good example, actually. We had our childhood years and we had fun doing things a certain way, but sooner or later we have to grow up. So Earth is kind of like on that path. We have to grow up to play in a galactic way, like in a cosmic way. So it's like we're going to be part of a bigger story, a bigger reality. So it will change. Things will change, and all this. And that was we're being taken advantage of in our childhood years because we were kind of naive, and it's not as if we're naive. I'm just saying because all of us are really quite old spirits. We're just inhabiting human bodies and having this experience, but we've been taken advantage of because of that. It's like someone coming in and just basically stealing candy from a baby, that type of thing. It's like we were so kind of naive. It's like we don't understand the realities of what's really going on, and they're not going to tell us. They're not going to. Well, first of all, it's kind of like TMI. It's too much information, And that's kind of why I'm here. I'm trying to get everybody up to speed as much as possible. And even me, I'll be honest with you, I'm relearning this stuff. And that's why it's easier for me. So to me, it's more like a memory thing. Oh, that's right, I remember because I played this game before. That's kind of the position I'm in right now. So I'm still learning, but it's like relearning. And there's some of you out there that are doing the same thing. You're just waking up going, yeah, I remember there was something about that. That's right. That's how that system works. But we've been kept down and basically lied to so much. We thought this old reality is all there is, but no, no, no. It's huge. We're waking up to this new reality. Like I said, we're changing. For me, one of the experiences in my life that really woke me up to different realities is when I went to do some business in India, and I went over there for a couple weeks, and it's a totally different world. And I was like, it was kind of almost shocking to me in some ways because I come from a different reality. Like this, what people do there and their standard of living is so different, and just the attitude and the feeling, the vibe, and all that. I was like, wow, this is this crazy world. And I was just, as much as it was really, really interesting, it was kind of shocking and everything. Then I came back home to my part of the planet, and it's like, wow, this is a reality I like and I enjoy, and I'm acclimated to. It's like I realize it. Okay, cool. So that's really always been a good example to me, kind of where we're headed. We're going to be changing realities, and it's not going to be easy. And if you haven't noticed, all of us that are kind of onto it, at the beginning of Mr. T's administration, things started getting really crazy and wacky, and just life is just so different now. It's like all these false events. Well, they've been kind of going on for a long time anyway, but these demonstrations, things burning up, people going crazy, it's like people acting really, really weird. It's growing pains. We're going through this change, and basically I'm here to back that system up and be a part of it. So, and I'm pretty sure you guys are as well if you're watching this. So, as far as what's coming up this week, yeah, I think it's going to really break loose. There's going to be a lot of revelations. There's going to be, because I feel one of the main things I was telling you guys before is what Mr. T and his team does is they try to knock down two birds with one stone, or basically because all these, if you all notice, all these institutions are connected. The judicial system, the sometimes even the military. These have all been connected for hundreds of years. They're all intertwined, and they're all corrupt. So it's like when you take one part down, it's a dominoes effect, and it's going to keep affecting more institutions, like call it the FBI, CIA, all this stuff. Anything that's corrupt, it's going to be exposed. So, and they're all connected. So what's been happening lately is the biggest. Well, first of all, this is the world's largest voter fraud attempt ever, and it's also, these things are connected to the flu problem too. These were like they're meant to keep us keep us down and muzzled and quiet, and I don't know. It's all interlinked. So basically, how I see it is, yeah, it's difficult because once you break one part loose, like I said, it's this domino effect, and it's gonna cascade. Well, right now the biggest thing to take down is the media. The media is so in on it, and he's basically making it so obvious. It's like, because they're just saying something truthful, like, okay, there's some voter fraud, and the media is absolutely in denial. And why? Not because there's probably good reporters going, hey, this is a great story, it looks like it's got truth to it, but they're getting told from the top down, no, say nothing about this, do not. So you could tell that the people at the top are totally in on this, and they're basically saying no. And it's because it's a bigger story going on. Like I said, it's an off-planet thing going on as well. We're being affected by, like I've told you guys before, like the three big dynamics. What's going on way above, which is creator, which is what is going on off-planet, and what's manifesting on Earth. All these things kind of affect each other, and we just think it's just about politics, about bad people versus good people. No, it's bigger than that. It's, like I said, what's going on up there is affecting us for sure. And so there's battles going on. I'll just put it that way. Unseen battles. There is. There's a war going on. And I wasn't going to say we're the prize, but in a sense, they're fighting over us. And we're fighting for ourselves as well. So, and because we're what you guys are going to find out is we're really valuable in a lot of ways. But that'll be something we learn as we go forward. But anyway, so I guess what I'm trying to get at for today's little video is, don't worry. It's, like I said, this is being planned out, and how it gets carried out exactly, I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, I'm still learning. And then I'm actually relearning how this system works too. So I'm still okay. I'm, because I was really asleep. I really was. It's because I'm, even though whatever, I don't want to go into that. Anyway, so be confident, and this is, it's going to happen. I'm not exactly sure how, but it's going to be revealed, and I think it's going to be kind of shocking. And Mr. T is going to get back in, so don't worry about that. So that's my Monday rant, or my opinion. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later this week. Okay, have a good day. Bye.